You came here for the truth, so let me unveil that for you. In the past 2 years, I've been to 4 cities in Spain. I've talked with people on the ground, hearing the information about what has happened, seeing all the clashes, seeing the brutality, and being able to tell me exactly what's being shown in the media is in fact accurate. Let's get into it. Today, Catalonia's independence. Madrid imposes direct rule as the president of Catalonia faces 30 years in jail. 30 years in jail for doing what? For following along and doing what the people of that region want him to do. Should he be blamed for anything? The people have been asking, we want independence, we want independence. So they said, okay, let's do a vote. The people who showed up overwhelmingly voted yes. Yes, they want it. So they said, okay, fine, let's do it. Instead of doing what Greece did, saying, you want a referendum, that's right, you choose. Do you want the bailout, yes or no? They said, no, we don't want the bailout. And then the government just went ahead literally the next day and did it. This is what you get. But in this case, they actually, surprisingly, went ahead and tried to go ahead with this, and unfortunately, turned out to be a little negative, let's say. Spain's top prosecutor will seek rebellion charges for those responsible for a vote in favor of declaring an independent Catalan. You want to declare independence, you go to jail. Then it's talking about, who should it be? Should it be just the cabinet? Should it be just the president, vice president? Should we do the members of parliament? Well, already, I noticed this, based on Wikipedia, the president of Catalonia was sent away from his job on October 27, 2017 by the Prime Minister of Spain. So his orders, President of Catalonia, you can step down now. And that's not all. I'm sure more terrible things are coming his direction. I have quite a few more articles here. Want to move through it quickly. Spain was plunged into a crisis Friday as Madrid seized power from the independence-seeking Catalonia, the first curtailment of regional autonomy since the brutal dictatorship of Francisco Franco. After regional lawmakers voted to declare Catalan Republic, Spanish Prime Minister moved swiftly to dissolve the rebel government and parliament and called a December 21 elections to replace them. You're fired. You declare independence, you're fired, you're gone, and we have worse punishments coming for you for doing what the people asked. A large majority of the people wanted independence. Not all of the people, but a large majority. There were voting stations set up where people voiced their opinions. Overwhelmingly, they wanted to leave. And now, what's happening? Well, let's get more into this here. Escalating standoff closely watched by secession-wary Europe. They fired the pro-independence leader and all of his ministers, as well as the director of the regional police, Catalan envoys to Madrid, Brussels, and so on. Basically, everybody's fired. If you're important, you're fired for doing what the people wanted you to do. That's like as if somebody from the EU firing the, let's say, Prime Minister of Italy, for example. Well, I know it's a little different, but they want their independence. And they want to be their own country. Just like the UK, many people, they want to have their Brexit. They want to leave the EU. But they can't do that. They can't do that because of the power, the control, and the hold that the EU has over them. They are not elected but they're making the decisions that are going on within that country. People don't realize this. They say, no, we don't abide by those rules. We don't have to listen to them. We make our own laws. Guess again. That is not a fact. Sure, they're trying to have this Brexit happen, but look at the fight. Look at the fight that they're having for all this time. Tensions boil on the streets of Barcelona after the Spanish Prime Minister dissolves the Catalan Parliament, calls for a snap election as Madrid imposes direct rule on the region. More in there as well. And this. The inevitable situation, the clashes, as Spain takes control of Catalonia, and more of what the same I discussed in previous articles. You remember what happened when they tried to vote. The police came out. They came out to play. They came out to party. And it doesn't surprise me one bit to see that this will happen yet again. There's going to be some instances of events. I can't say too many words because you know who is listening. But they want this to happen. The people, it seems to me, from what I've heard from people on the ground, from the media that I've been seeing, different outlets, the fact that the Spanish police came out and were so forceful with these individuals, and you saw that. I couldn't even look at some of the videos that people were sending me from inside Spain. It was absolutely disgusting to see this. I mean, somebody just completely unconscious on the floor, their chest is being pumped, blood, like everything was just, it was so bad to watch. And what do they want to do? They wanted to vote. That's it. That's all they wanted. They didn't even have anything to do with the independence at that moment. It was just a vote. Do you want independence, yes or no? That sparked everything. This is a criminal, absolutely criminal action that has been taken place. There are better ways to do this. There can be some talking. There can be some agreeing and arguing back and forth, but that isn't going to happen. Madrid didn't want that. They didn't want that, and they wouldn't let them have that. So now they've taken over. And they probably just put a puppet in his place and everything's just fine. Well, unfortunately, that's the way it goes. I'm very happy in a way that they actually went through with it, or tried to. And then once again, get the foot put right in our face. You wanted freedom, you wanted liberty, and instead you got a boot right in your face. If you found this video informative, please give me a thumbs up. If you want to take a look through my books, links are in the description below. Take care.